Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
So here I have side by side Dream Factory, which is I believe the newest edition, and maybe a newer one coming out soon, and Fabrik der Träume, which I believe is the German edition. Funny enough, put out by Hasbro. This one you can see has a fake movie set with explosions and a very dynamic box. I actually like this box quite a bit. This one has real actors. See Marilyn Monroe and King Kong and such, and the director. It has a little bit more of a serious tone to it. And this one actually had a pretty serious tone until you got to this guy hat and his laugh and maybe her hair Brett and the braid. I don't know. But this has the real actors, and it's kind of screaming out in that regard. So let's open both these up, and we'll do a side-by-side. As for the size of the box, this fits right on it. They're exactly the same size boxes. So in that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I'm going to take these boards, and I'm going to set them aside. We'll look at them in just a moment, but we'll look at that after we get all these boxes out of the way. So let's look at the rule books. First thing you're going to find out, this one's in German. So I don't read German, so I'll talk about this one a little bit. Very clear. When you're looking up, I can only tell you what it looks like from the outside. So this one, you have a picture of all the components, which is nice. This one looks more like a legit rule book, right? You have words, you have spaces. This one has a lot of dead space. The components are just listed here. But when I went through to actually play this worked out fairly well. You've got some end-of-game stuff and the scoring on the back, which worked out. I don't read German here, so I can just kind of show you the structure. The different movies are listed here. I can obviously see Casablanca. There's a Hitchcock movie. And then names and a little bit of biography, I assume, about all of the actors that are in it. As for these, a little bit harder cardboard. This feels more like paper, more bendy. This is a better cardboard. As for the structure of it, these have icons. This kind of have some pictures and words there. The names, the stars, I think all this is pretty much comparable. They're about the same size. This is better quality stuff, just to be very honest with you. This is cardboard, where this feels like papery. And you're going to get a number of those in it. This one's going to come with a disc with some music that you can listen to in it. This one did not have any music in it. I don't even have a CD player anymore. But it has actual music. So Glenn Miller with In the Mood, Singing in the Rain by Gene Kelly, Dream a Little Dream of Mine by Bing Crosby. So it's actually a fairly good CD. I don't know how much you need that nowadays. So you're going to have a number of... So let's take a look at the screens. So the screen's going to be a little different. All the screens in this one are the same. You can see the different numbers are on them. On the other side, it's the same thing. This one, you're going to have different numbers, but you're also going to have different artwork on it, and they're going to be in different colors. On that side, you just have the numbers of it, but you can kind of see Hannibal Lecter here. This was like the horror theme. This is much more Harry Potter through here. This one has a Jurassic Park motif. So, these two, I actually like this one better, because it kind of has the movie parodies on it or whatever, and they have the different colors on them. So we'll set all those aside, and you're going to get a number of these in here. So there's a bunch of these in here in both sets. The first thing you notice from the box is this has somewhat of a custom insert in here. So you have things going on where you can place these in there very nicely. This is just one big bucket of stuff. These were all in the bag. They've kind of come out as time has gone on. These bags have opened up a little bit. So let's just take a look at a couple of these. I'm not going to go through every single tile in the game. I don't think we need to do that. But you can see here, these are going to have your classic stars. This is going to be the German version. And this is going to have parodies. So Penelope Roche, which is Penelope Cruz maybe, and she's 3 stars. It says Lana Turner on it. So it's a real person with a real picture and the stars. Some people might have some problems. I doubt they were compensated for this. I don't know. I don't have anything to back that up. But you can definitely see, here's the stunt. This is Rita Moreno, one of my favorite actresses. Loved her from West Side Story. And this has just kind of a generic picture on it. So that's kind of what you're looking at. In this case, you're going to see the trophies. On the back of them, you're going to see, I assume it says Best Picture or something in that regard. This one, you're just going to have kind of like this. This looks more like an Oscar, but this one looks like something they designed just for this. But the Oscar, they probably didn't pay for that, which is what I'm assuming. Maybe they did, but it definitely didn't make it into the American copy of this. So let's look at the directing components. You can see this one has a camera on it, for the effects, 1 star. This actually has a director sitting there. Now, this was much more colorful. This one's kind of that black and white with the red of the stars outlined a little bit. As for these little tokens, you'll see the new ones are a little bit bigger. These have a different color palette to it. You know, it just depends on what you like. They're very similar. I think the quality is very similar. The German one might be a little bit thicker, but it's very not noticeable. And this is a lot bigger, so you may prefer to have the bigger tokens. Now, this copy of Dream Factory has a bag that you'll put the people in, and you'll be able to pull them out of it. My copy did not have a bag, so I don't know if it came with one originally or not, but I don't see one in there. It does not have a bag whatsoever in it, so that might be a difference. Maybe just put these in a cup, or just pull them straight out of the box, perhaps. I wanted to be able to fit these into frames, so I'm going to show them in two different ways. So this is going to be the German one, the Fabrik der Traum, where you're going to see a lot of empty space here. This is where the director ones will come in, and they'll kind of move down in this circular fashion. It has muted colors, the black and white. It really looks like a film strip that you'll see there. But the colors are kind of muted. You can see the buildings. This is actually the Clarion Hotel, the Mann's Chinese Theater, Paramount Studios. These are actual places on the board that you will get. And you'll end here with the awards that you will win. Now, this is the American one, which you'll see is very different. First thing you probably notice is how bright it is. It also has the numbers across it that you're going to be utilizing. And you're going to have the little things for the chits to go in here. You're not going to have those Hollywood type places. You can see the Hollywood sign, but anything that might have like a trademark on it, or they may have paid for it or not. You have some party buses here, but still the film strip is going to go out, down, and around, and you have some things here for the different awards. Very similar. I think this is a fuller board. It's more color. Now this one's going to be more traditional Hollywood. And that's what you're kind of getting in the box with the older actors and actresses and people that are in it. Where this one is played more for the parody and what you're going to see in there. You're not going to have the actual people. So they're going more for laughs and hijinks. So instead of Jim Carrey, it's Jim Carkey. Okay, so you kind of have to use your imagination on the parodies and how they work into it. And that was probably just to get through and not having to pay everybody, you know, the cost efficiency and whatnot. So these are the two sets I have, Dream Factory and the German version of it. I can't read German, but I've taught this game first, and I upgraded this when it came out. Not a lot of rules differences, to be honest, in the set. They pretty much play, and for all intents or purposes, they're going to be the same game. It's really of what kind of theme do you want? Do you want the old actresses and actors, but you're looking at a German rule set and so maybe some things that you can't read? But in this set, you're going to have the parodies of more modern people. As time has gone on, you know, Jim Carrey's not really the number one star anymore and things like that. So, you know, the parodies may be wearing a little thin by this point, but that's what you're looking at. The main difference between the games is the aesthetics of it. This one's going to have a lot more color. I appreciate color a little bit more. This is going to have a lot more of that old Hollywood feel to it. I liked both, and to be honest, I kept both for a very, very long time. And I wasn't really sure why. Probably because I like this theme better. I like the old Hollywood better. This had modern ones in it. I think I would have liked it. I do like the old Hollywood better than the parodies. Although, I'll be very honest, whenever I play this, the parodies do get a good laugh. At the end of the day, I ended up getting rid of this one. This is the one I'm going to be shipping out and purging. I'm going to be keeping Dream Factory. And it really is just a language barrier. For my taste, I do like the colors better. I do like the board that's going on. There's chits that fit on it. I think everything plays really nicely. The parodies do get a pretty good laugh from people for most of the time. I would prefer real people, and the CD is nice. But the lack of language, the language barrier, while minimal in this game, if I had to choose, I think I'd rather have the English version. Everybody is not going to feel the same way. So my reality is I'm keeping Dream Factory and I'm getting rid of this version. Although, man, I held on to both of these for a very long time. And if they make a new edition, I'm going to be happy to upgrade this edition too. It's a really solid auction game. I like this game quite a bit. I like the theme of it. Very fun to play. And I recommend either one, to be honest. But I'm here to pick. I'm picking Dream Factory. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you liked it, please like it and hit that little subscribe button. That really helps out the channel. Lets us know that you're getting the videos that you want. If you agreed or disagree with what I said, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I promise that I will comment back. Thanks for watching, and everybody else, keep playing.